Welcome everybody to the Bristol Township Zoning Hearing Board. Can we please stand? We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Remove your hats, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let me introduce you to a few people before we get started. To my left is our solicitor, Keith Bidleymeyer. We have the director of L&I, Robert McTeague, and our stenographer is Kim Chapborn. I'm going to call the board. Colleen Dunn. Here. Mark DeMarcus. Here. Gerard Lycon.
Present.
Jim McMahon here. Before we get started, if anybody is here for number 2, number 4, and number 5 on the agenda, they have asked for a continuance, so they will not be heard until next month, July. So if anybody's here for those 3, you can stay for some must-see TV, or let me read some letters for the record. This is from applicant number 2 on the agenda. Keith, we're going to be requesting one additional continuance in this matter. My client is in the process of obtaining a survey to delineate the property boundaries and also confirm the on-site impervious. It's expected this will be done through the month of June to allow the matter to proceed in July. This will also serve as an extension under the MPC through July. Let me know if you need any further information. Thanks, Mike McGinnis, Esquire. Okay, so the pleasure of the board, please, on, that's number 2 on the agenda. That is Ariana Thompson, 1970 Veterans Highway, Levittown.
Hey, Jim, I'd like to make a note. Isn't this the second continuance after?
I believe so, yes. Yep. All right. I'll make a motion for continuance in July. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Colleen Dunn?
Yes.
Mark DeMarcus?
Yes.
Gerard Lycon?
Yes.
Jim McMahon, yes. This is number 4 on the agenda. This is from Jason Kerper, 338 Parkway Avenue, Langhorne. This is in reference to 1310 Edgley Road in Levittown. Let's see, I am in receipt of I agree. You did tell me that. Good evening, Dawn. After receiving a letter in the mail, I went over my schedule and I won't be able to make the June's meeting. I'm out of town for a family wedding and I won't be able to move that date. Is it possible to move us to the July meeting? I agreed to waive the timelines in order to allow myself time to appear in person for the meeting rescheduled for July. Thanks, Jason. Okay.
I'll give a motion to accept that to
Give me a
postpone
second,
it.
please. Colleen Dunn?
Yes.
Mark DeMarcus?
Yes.
Gerard Lycon?
Yes.
Jim McMahon, yes. Number 5 on the agenda. That is in reference to Bristol Investors, LP 200 Bar Harbor Lane. And it's the property in question is 1298 Veterans Highway, and that's in Bristol. Keith, thank you for getting back to me. I represent Bristol Investors, LP, the landowner. With respect to its application for variance before the Bristol Township Zoning Hearing Board, due to unavailable scheduling conflict, landowner respectfully requests a continuance of its hearing scheduled, for June 9th to the Zoning Hearing Board July 14th, 2025 hearing. This email constitutes the applicant's waiver of all applicable time periods under the Pennsylvania Municipal Planning Code. Please feel free to call me should you have any questions, and kindly confirm that the landowner's application will be heard on July 14th. Thanks, Mike. I need a motion for a continuance, please.
I'll make a motion.
I need a second, please.
I'll second it.
Colleen Dunn?
Yes.
Mark DeMarcus?
Yes.
Gerard Lycon?
Yes.
Jim McMahon, yes. All right. That's it for that business. So, number 1 on the agenda, please come on up. Kenneth Hodges, 2 Ginger Bush Road, Levittown. Yes, Mr. Hodges, you have your mailings. Please hand them to the solicitor.
I want to talk to the neighbors and have them sign it. This is side of me, this is the back of me. Okay, so these are in the window since the 21st of April. This month.
That'd be May.
Yeah.
So they were posted May 20.
First.
All right, I'm actually, she's gonna swear you, I'm gonna ask some questions about it.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Mr. Hodges, you handed us some documents. First, you handed up 2 documents. I'll mark these as A1. You had letters signed by your neighbors, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And then secondly, you also brought up the zoning notices. You advised that you posted these placards in your window May 21st?
Yes.
Okay, what window of your house did you?
One was in my front door, and the other one was in my left window towards the drive, but still in front of my house.
Okay, and when did you take these down, these placards?
2 hours ago.
Okay, all right, great.
You agree?
Yes. All right, great, thanks, we can proceed.
All right, Mr. Hodges, proceed, please.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a variance change for replace an old dilapidated fence in my property. Since my property is on a corner, my side of my house is considered my front yard, but I sit on my side patio. I walkway on the drive, everybody walks up and down with their dogs and stuff. Years ago, I used to have a school stop there. So, but when we first, I bought my house in 81, so like 83, I put a cyclone fence up because one of my dogs got hit and got killed out on the drive. So then, a couple years later after that, I got a good deal with a stockade fence, so I put a stockade fence up against my cyclone fence. You know, that blocked a lot of people from seeing what's going on my side patio, if I had company or whatever. It just gave me more privacy on that. But now everything's all falling apart. Want to replace it with a white vinyl fence, but when I went through the permit, I didn't know there was a variance for a 4-foot fence to the side of the house being considered my front yard. But that takes over a lot of privacy. So I'm just looking at changing the variance. So I'm replacing all my fences anyway if I get approved with the, 6-foot variance.
I didn't hear that last piece. Did you say 6-foot fence?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that all you have, Mr. Hodges?
That's basically it.
All right. Any questions from the board?
Yeah, I have a question. I drove by his house. Housekeeping's very nice. Everything looks in order. I came all different ways on that turn there because he is on the corner.
Yeah, I meant to say that too. There's no blocked vision.
No.
From the drive, for Ginger Bush onto the drive or my neighbor backing out of their driveway. There's complete vision all around.
So I drove my car back and forth both ways looking. There's no vision at all problems. I mean, I don't see any problems with putting a 6-foot fence there. And you're only going to put it exactly where it was. Is that correct?
What I have there, what I'm gonna do, my backyard, my neighbor in the back has an old dilapidated wooden fence.
But you're not going forwards, any more forwards or any more out? No.
No.
Where I see it's at, good vision, his housekeeping looks great, everything looks clean,
Appreciate it.
it looks good. And it'll look a lot better, because he has 2 fences there, an old chain link and an old wooden fence, so it will look better for the neighborhood.
Better, plus people across the street won't see an eyesore, like I said, it'll look better.
Anybody else on the board have any questions for Mr. Hodges? Bob, anything to add?
Nothing to add, Jim.
Okay, right now, anybody from the audience like to come up for or against this project? No? Okay. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'd like to make a motion for it.
I'll second.
Okay, I'm gonna call the board. Colleen Dunn,
Yes.
Mark DeMarcus.
Yes.
Gerard Lycon.
Yes.
Jim McMahon, yes. Okay, there you go, sir.
Congratulations.
Okay, number 3 on the agenda. Michael Loper, 3300 Glen Rose Avenue, Bristol. Please come on up. Hand your mail-ins to the solicitor, please.
I have the address across the street from me. This is the receipt where I got it sent. So she's elderly. She's like in her 90s. She doesn't come. I don't ever see her. Just except kids come there, like her adult children. And then the first 2 are the people right next to me too. I did here, and they got ruined in the weather.
There, it was posted. I seen it.
Yeah, but I have I took pictures of the day I posted, and it has the date on there too. It was the day before, 2 weeks, yeah, before tonight. And then I have.
She's gonna swear you in. She's questions on the record about that.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Lipper, you hand me some documents. I'll mark the neighbor notification letters as A1. You've also advised that you posted the property with the placard given to you by the township. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that was done at least 2 weeks before tonight?
Yes.
Okay, great. Mr. Chairman, I'm satisfied, and this matter can proceed.
Loper, please proceed.
I'm just looking to get a variance for an above-ground pool that I was looking to put in. I have the space I have a 6-foot high fence all the way around the property. I got that put in. When I got the house, there wasn't any of that, so I got the fence put in. But I'm including the pool diagrams, I think we were at 33 or 34%, right, Bob?
37, Mike.
37?
Yep.
Just looking to get a variance for that, just because, just trying to keep, I have a 10-year-old daughter that I want to stay near the house, and I have a baby on the way. Just looking to like make a little, world for them instead of going down the street to the neighbor's house, that's all. My neighbors are fine with it, nobody's gonna see it, I have it set up where you can't be able to see it behind my fence or anything like that. Just looking to have a safe place, that's all.
Okay. Is that all you have? That it? Okay. Questions from the board?
Yes. Well, once again, I drove by it. Housekeeping's impeccable. Place looks beautiful. I don't see any really reason not to allow a pool there. It's all secured, fence all the way around, so good job.
Any other comments, questions? Bob?
Nothing, Jim.
Okay, we're flying now. Anybody from the audience? Okay, let's hear it. What do we got?
I'd like you to make the motion for it.
Okay, give me a second.
I'll second.
All right, Colleen,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Gerard?
Yes.
Sure, why not, yes. Yeah,
Congratulations. Good job.
yeah. All right. Keeps on getting better from here, right? Yeah. Americo Real Estate Company, 227 North Central Avenue. Please come on up. Okay.
So I gotta wait to start the project before, okay. No doing anything till then.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Anna, nice to meet you in person.
I don't know if the compliment or not. I have everything.
Yeah, those are just the hard copies, yep, and then here's, you can probably use this one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yep.
You can turn it on now. You want to turn it on? Okay. There we go, okay, thank you.
All right, whenever you guys are ready, you can proceed.
So we have a PowerPoint that's gonna be loading up, but in the meantime, I'll introduce myself and the rest of our team. My name is Jessie O'Neill. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Claire Harrison Harvey Brandsburg. I'm here this evening representing U-Haul. The owner of record is America, which is a U-Haul company. We're here this evening in connection with a request to obtain variance relief to construct a U-Box warehouse at this existing property where there's already, it's a shopping center, but it's since been converted to U-Haul storage. So we're asking for variance relief so that we can construct a warehouse and also to get permission to put Miller style buildings, which I'll show you pictures of so that you can understand what I'm referring to. Those would be behind the U-Box warehouse.
What kind of buildings was that you just said?
I'm sorry,
U-Box.
The U-Box, we said behind it, what were you gonna build?
they're Miller style buildings.
I don't know what that is.
Is that working, Gus? No.
Is it supposed to move the slides?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, I think that worked. Okay. So this is an example of what those U-boxes look like. So U-box is a U-Haul product. It's kind of similar to pods, if the board's familiar with them, but it's again,
I know what they are, but you said you're putting something behind it, just to store in there?
no. So this would be in addition to the U-box warehouse.
Not working?
I just want to hit one slide. Perfect. So this is in the light building. This is
Okay. So they're storage units.
They're storage units, exactly. So, but the U-Box warehouse would accommodate those units that were on the prior slide. There we go, thank you, Bob.
Yep.
So,
Just tell me what you
just
got.
the prior one, sorry, I was trying to get this so I could show. So this is the U-Box, so it's a product where you rent the U-Box from U-Haul, they deliver it to your house or your business, you can store the contents of.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Yeah.
It was what was behind it, I wasn't.
Got it, okay. So the warehouse is going to store all these U-boxes, and so we're asking the board for permission to create a warehouse that's gonna store all these boxes, at their.
Inside,
Exactly.
okay.
This property is in the town center overlay. It's also in a commercial zoning district. The town center overlay does not permit that self-storage use. It's actually a mini warehouse use is what your ordinance describes it as. It doesn't have a warehouse. So, Mr. McTagg is very familiar with my face. We've met with the township. We've been working on trying to get approvals for this U-Box warehouse since 2022. We've gone through various iterations of what the building is going to look like, things that the township wanted to see us do, and I can say with confidence that U-Haul took every one of the pieces of feedback that we received, and they really took it to heart, went back to the drawing board numerous times to accommodate the township's desire for more landscaping, to really beautify the property, to limit the amount of trucks that were gonna be parked on the front. But U-Haul, I'm sure it's a household name, but U-Haul doesn't advertise. You're never gonna click on your TV and see an ad for a U-Haul truck. So their trucks are their advertisement. And so for that reason, we're going to ask that, I don't think we need a variance for the storage of the vehicles, but we're asking for a variance to not have to landscape it too high because like I said, it's their advertisement, they're extremely proud of their product. So they wanna be able to park those trucks, right up on the road and not have to cover it up with landscaping. So with me this evening is Gabby Buchter, she's with Colliers Engineering. There's just a few technical, aspects of the plan that Gabby's gonna walk us through, in addition to variance relief, and we also have a representative from U-Haul tonight.
Hi, good afternoon.
You want a copy of the plan?
Oh, no, I have it. Can you just go to the next slide of the plan?
This evening also is, in terms of the agenda, I just have a few operational questions for you.
Absolutely. Ms. O'Neill?
Before you start, do you have a copy of that letter that I can mark, or can you send it to me via email?
Absolutely.
All right, what I'll do is, if you don't have pre-marked exhibits,
I do not.
Okay.
I was gonna just enter this PowerPoint as.
okay, if you want to move or mark the PowerPoint as A1, and that letter's incorporated in there?
Yep.
Okay, great, thank you.
Mr. Board, how many years you've been affiliated with U-Haul?
About 15.
15 years, okay. And you're familiar with the U-Box products?
I am.
Could you tell the board how the U-Boxes are transported to the warehouse?
They come in on semi-trucks.
Are customers allowed into that U-Haul warehouse?
They are not.
Okay. And has U-Haul identified Bristol Township as a location where customers are in need of additional storage products like the U-Box?
Yes.
Okay. And there's gonna be no leasing of trucks or anything, other retail components happening out of this warehouse, are there?
Yeah, it'd just be the U-Box themselves. And anybody who works in, just to elaborate somewhat, anybody working in that center, there won't be any additional employees or anything like that. Anybody who works in that center will also work that U-Box warehouse. They're certified forklift, so they would pull the boxes off and store them. If someone needs them, customer needs them, they would pull it out. And just one point of clarification, there's fillers in the front. The township has asked us that we move those. Those are the ones that are going in the rear. So there, if you drive by there right now, there's some millers. I think there's 2 millers that are sitting out front. Those 2 millers, it's nothing additional. We're just moving those in the front, we could clean up the front.
Members of the board, that concludes my presentation in chief, but we are available for any operational or technical questions or any.
So I don't know. The trucks out front, I think not too long ago, we gave you guys a variance for signage to make it higher, right? Or is, my,
A variance to make,
the sign on the building or?
Yeah, I think what Jim's referring to, when you guys remodeled the inside of the shopping center, the signage that was placed on the Durham Road side of the building, so it was visible from the turnpike, I believe.
Right.
okay.
Is what Jim's,
So that's like that, isn't that part of advertising too, or like the signage on your building and that variance that we approved not too long ago for signage, and now you wanna put out, put the trucks out there and not put anything in front of it, any landscaping or anything?
No,
like that?
landscaping, I thought you said.
Yeah, so we don't need a variance for the number of trucks.
No, I know that.
Yeah, okay.
But you wanna keep the landscaping,
Just like that on the screen.
Low line,
Okay.
Like
Look,
it appears
all
on
right.
the rendering.
okay. So do you guys have signage into the entrance and of the shopping center or no?
There is a pylon sign at the entrance of the shopping center.
Yeah, where
It's
that-
just not depicted in that rendering.
Yeah, you can see like the brown pole standing up on the side of the and then there's like some flowers around it, so we can like the kind of plant some landscaping around the side too.
All right.
We're also reducing the number of spaces.
if you're gonna speak, you gotta speak into the microphone. Thank you.
Also reducing the number of spaces along the frontage. I think there's 14 right now, and we're going down to 6.
Right.
And then the proposed landscaping are 30 inches high, so there is some screening.
And also just to elaborate further, so the purpose again of the advertisement is because there's different sizes of trucks. So they've got a minivan, they've got a pickup truck, they've got 4 different lengths of truck. So
Okay.
the advertisement is again just to let customers know, you don't just need to have a big box truck, we could rent you a pickup truck.
And Jim, that was part of the discussion we had, prior to the zoning hearing board is they have all their, storage of U-Haul trucks out in the front. So we asked them to remove that and place that in the rear, and they were gonna just take each model of truck they had and put it up front for advertising.
I understand it more now because of the size of the trucks, but, you know, you're only seeing the front of the truck and it just says U-Haul in the back. I'm thinking, why can't you just put another sign out front, a little higher up, you know, so you don't have to have the trucks up front? But now that you explained it that way, as far as the truck sizes, then it makes a little more sense to me, because I can understand if you're seeing the side of the truck and it says U-Haul and, you know, you guys got the pictures on it and all that other stuff on there, but you only, the front of the truck, you're just seeing U-Haul, but the sizes makes a difference. Okay, all right.
All right, I have some questions. You said there are gonna be arborvitaes in the back. Is all the trucks gonna be stored behind them except for these 6?
So all of the trucks, like you can see, in this rendering, so because of that arborvitae, they're now in the back. So this is just gonna be for, employee parking. There's also 2 other users in that shopping center. I think there's a Chinese food and a printing place. So these would be used by their customers, and then anything that's a U-Haul product would either be behind that warehouse or covered by those, arborvitae.
Does that include all the trailers, the enclosed trailers, car dollies? Are they all gonna be back there too?
So we have a rendering that shows where the dollies are and the trailer
What's your name?
Rhett Chiliberti. RHETT, Yeah, I just wanted to add that, so on the zoning plan that we submitted, we have symbols on our plan which designate where the parking, passenger parking is indicated or where the truck parking is indicated. So all the truck type parking will be behind, essentially the U-Box building behind the.
The trailers also? And the dollies? The car dollies? The reason I'm asking is 13's a disaster over there. They got trucks all parked out front in the entrance lanes. That's the only reason I don't want this to become trucks everywhere out front.
Yeah, and those were some of the conversations we've had with township and staff. Concerned as well, and so this was what we came up with, was to have this, line of arborvitae. Because as you can see, they have a huge parking lot.
Oh, yeah, it's big.
You know, and so they're gonna have their trucks here, the tractors, the dollies, and it's gonna be screened from 13 through their residence.
Also, you put a storage unit right out by Durham Road a while ago. I don't think he's had a permit, and I thought it was supposed to be removed like probably 8, 9 years ago, and then you ran electric to it. What's the story with that storage unit?
That was prior to my time. I don't think that there's anything out there now that's got electricity running to it. And I think, am I correct that,
There is a one Miller style building that does have electricity ran to it, but in our discussions, you were removing that to the rear of the property.
right, and so I guess keep the status.
Yeah, as long as it's removed, I'm okay with that part. But yeah, that's just out in the middle of nowhere, and then you end up running electric to it, like, you know, just kept doing what he's wanted to do.
The only thing that is gonna be in the front shown on a plan is the 6 trucks and that canopy, and everything else is customer parking.
Right. And that'll look great.
Yeah, I think the canopy was something that the township asked for some changes to. That's not initially what we proposed. So that was another, change made at the request of the township that you all comply with.
How about, traffic? How much more traffic is this gonna make right there at that, like Gerard said, it's right there at Durham, and it's kind of a mess over there. Was there a traffic study done, Bob, or did they have to do a traffic study at all, or?
That process will be done through the land development.
Yeah.
So when they submit their application, they'll have to do a traffic impact study.
And as Mr. DeVito testified, there's actually no one that's gonna be a customer that can go. I personally have rented one of these U-Boxes before, and what they do is you rent it, put your stuff in it, they take it to a warehouse, when you want it, they deliver it.
Gotcha.
No customer actually goes up to it.
Okay, anybody else from the board have any other questions?
Also,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, Colleen.
How many U-Boxes will the proposed facility hold?
About 1,250.
And how many do you think will be delivered or removed on a daily basis?
The box we would get
You have to come up and talk into the microphone, please.
1,250. The max, and I've been doing this for years, building these warehouses. Tops would be about 3 semis a week. That's about, and then each semi holds about 8 U-boxes.
Is that going or coming or total?
That's coming. And then you might have a couple dispatched during the week, so maybe a total of 5. It probably take us probably 3 to 5 years to get to about 35 to 40% occupied. So it's a long haul, but we feel as though it's the way of the future. So
And one more, will this create any new jobs for the township?
right away, probably not. It's just it's going to be the employees that, because it's a minimal maintenance type product. It wouldn't, it would just be whoever works at center would also work that facility.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gerard.
Yeah, Jim, you were saying about the traffic. I drive through that parking lot probably every day or pretty often, and there's like zero traffic. I always go in there, test drive my cars, and there's like no problem with traffic I ever seen there.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's one of the beauties of self-storage is that for the townships is that it's a rateable improvement, but at the same time, it's not putting kids into school and it's not, creating traffic or straining on the township resources.
Fair enough. Okay, any other questions from the board? Bob, anything to add?
No, nothing to add, Jim.
Okay. Audience participation, anybody? Like to come up for or against this project? All right, let's do this. What do you got?
I like to make a motion, but also on my motion, on the motion, I would like, make sure there's only 6 trucks out front, like you say. Make sure you remove that storage units out front. Make sure all the trucks and trailers are parked behind the arborvitaes or behind the building, not out in the front. I'd like to make a motion for it as long as those conditions could be met.
Those were provisos that the township had previously, given to you all, and they were fine with it. And again, we thank the township for all the work that they put into.
So we got a motion for it. Do I have a second for it?
I'll second.
All right. Colleen?
Yes.
Gerard?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Jim McMahon, yes. All right, there you go.
Congratulations. What do you plan on starting building?
We still have to go through the land development process, and there is a TOPA review process that Brett has pointed out. So, Brett, what would be your estimate for how long it takes the approval process to take for selling?
Okay. And one other, how's our chicken place coming?
Is it open yet?
No, I was surprised it wasn't open.
Soon?
Apparently it's very popular.
So Neil, can you hand Gerard your card so he can call you?
I want to get chicken.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
All right. Let's do number 7 on the agenda. FedEx Freight Incorporated, 2200 Forward Drive, Harrison, Arizona.
There's 4 exhibits there. This is
Yeah, sure. Okay. Whenever you guys are ready.
Good evening, Sean Gallagher with Buchanan, Ingersoll and Rooney on behalf of the applicant FedEx. As you may recall, we were here in March and requested 7 variances. This is an older facility, it's non-conforming, and we needed to make improvements to improve circulation and for safety. As we were moving into the land development plan review, the township engineer noted that there was an additional variance that was needed. We believe that the board already considered something very similar to it. And the same evidence that supported our variances before, would support the granting of this variance. Brian, you wanna?
Mr. Gallagher, is that green light on in that microphone?
It is. Can you hear me?
No,
Little hard.
I got a text message that the microphone ain't working, so.
Oh, it is now. Somebody just came and turned it on.
Oh, okay.
Identify yourself.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Brian Conlon, BRIANCONLON. I'm an associate principal with Langen Engineering and Environmental Services, the site engineer.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Thank you. So, yes, good evening again, everyone. We were here a few months ago. I forget, it was March or April, maybe. And we went through the FedEx property here on Bristol Pike. To remind everybody, actually, and I'll ask Bob to just go. This is the existing area you see on the site, and basically we're proposing site improvements for the FedEx facility to streamline their operations, just make it a better overall efficient and safer site. And I'll go to the site plan in a second, but basically, there you go. The proposed improvements you see on the western side, a new parking facility, and then on the eastern side of the site, we're proposing expanding their internal courtyard, if you will, with some additional loading docks. We previously received variances for impervious coverage, buffer setbacks, and the like. One of the buffers was on the east side, and my pointer's not working, I apologize. Oh, there it is there. On the east side over here, we received relief for the buffer encroachment over there to 16 feet. And then again, we extended the existing non-conforming buffer along the frontage here. The variance that we didn't apply for last time around, and it was brought up by Gilmore during our land development submission, is for section 20557F of the ordinance that states that all uses in the M1 light manufacturing district shall have a minimum distance from any residential district or use a distance of 100 feet. And so what that means, we are adjacent to residential on the north, and the cemetery that you see here on the south and the southeast is also zoned residential. On the west side of the property, it's zoned industrial or commercial. So there is an existing 100-foot setback that kind of follows that line. That's that setback from the residential district. So as we are, again, there's an existing non-conforming now. We're 27 feet on the south area here. So we're proposing to extend that use further east. And then again, I mentioned earlier, we're proposing to 16 feet on this eastern side of the property to expand their operations. So we really think it's there already today. Again, we're within that 100-foot buffer from residential. We're just expanding it similar to the other variances. And I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, anybody got any questions? No? Anything?
Nothing to add, Jim.
Okay, audience participation, please come on up, man.
I'm just curious, that back parking lot, is that?
Wait.
Oh, you gotta talk on the microphone.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You gotta get sworn in.
I'm sorry.
Do you swear that the testimony you're gonna give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
What's your name?
Audrey Kabacki, Kabaci. I'm just curious if that parking lot there, that's not existing, is it?
No, it's proposed.
So you're gonna be encroaching onto the woods then?
That's correct.
And who owns the woods?
We do.
Yeah, you do own it. And what about the wetlands?
No wetland disturbance.
There is none.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Let's do it. Hit me with it. I need a motion to approve or deny.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I need a second.
I'll second it.
Colleen?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Gerard?
Yes.
Yes. Two for me again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Okay. I'm freezing now. All right, next, Young Lou, 2 Pearlbuck Court, Bristol.
Good evening to everyone. So Yong Liu, he's not here. He has some emergency, so this is Quinton Lee. So I'm also one of the owner of the company.
Okay, do you have your mail-ins?
So,
It's not posted.
So the township should have gave you a couple of things. One is notice to let your neighbors know. Okay. All right, when, you know, when did you post it? Yeah, what date did you post it? What date was it actually hung up? May 27th? Yeah. And where was it posted at? You know, like a front door, window? Okay, and when was it taken down?
no, still there.
Still there?
Yeah.
Wasn't there today. Or the weekend.
What numbers was there today? It was not there.
And the weekend.
And then on the weekend. If we can just have the conversation off the record, just so I can figure out if it can proceed.
Yeah, she said it's still on the,
It's still there?
yeah, still
The
there.
yellow placard?
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of it? Do we have a picture of it?
Yeah, so she has the picture. Because I just came back from China. so
Okay, that's okay.
Just like, last minute notice, and then I'm here. Oh, sorry. She don't have the
Close
picture.
up, okay.
So no picture like on the window and the front door. She
On-
just take the picture for the notice.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that's attached to the front door?
Yeah,
That notice?
front door, yeah,
Okay.
front door.
So what I need you to do then tonight, I need you to take a picture as it's on, and then send it to the township, okay?
Okay, yeah, yeah, we can do it later.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
give me 1 second. So they attached to the front door, it was not on the front door?
No, right between the hedges. I went in there. From out there, I walked up to it.
Okay, I mean, they can be placed on their oath, and I can ask them on their oath if it's posted or not. If they say yes, they're bound by that.
Okay.
So,
I didn't see it anyway. I even
Okay.
went back.
all right, I'll ask them on their oath if it's posted.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so she's gonna swear again, I'm gonna ask you some questions on the record,
Okay,
okay?
oh, yeah, yeah.
Up to the podium, please.
First, I'll go through, but first can you spell your name for me?
Quinton Lee. You can call me Angie, Angie. Last,
Can you spell your
last name?
full name, spell it for me?
Angieli. That's it. Yes, I do.
Ma'am, how do you pronounce your last name?
Li, Lee,
Yeah, how do you say it?
Lee. Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Lee, we had a discussion off the record, and you advised that the placard that the town. I'm sorry, let me start over, my microphone wasn't on. Ms. Lee, you advised, off the record, that the premises was posted with the placard that the township gave you, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and you advised that the property was posted on May 27th?
Yeah.
All right, and who posted that? Who placed that placard on the building?
So like my employee.
Okay, the employee
Yeah,
did?
Lisa, yeah.
Okay,
So
and-
she's here, yeah.
And your testimony is that placard is still attached to the building, is that correct?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, and you never removed it?
No,
And it's been there for at least 2 weeks?
yes.
Okay. And did you give the notice that the township gave you to your neighbors? Did you have your neighbors sign the documents?
Sorry. No sign, right? No,
You did not?
no,
Okay.
I didn't, yeah.
So with that being said, the matter can't proceed tonight. You had to notify your neighbors with the notification letters that the township gave you. So your neighbors have to be aware of that this is going on tonight. Okay, and without that, they can't proceed.
So you mean we need to present the letter to our neighbors and then they need to sign it, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay, okay.
Certified mail, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
you can either do it by certified mail, and the letter would have to satisfy the notice requirements, or you have them sign the form notices that the township gives you. All right?
Okay,
So the township makes it easy for you. You have to present them the letter, they sign the bottom saying they received notice of tonight's meeting, all right?
Okay, gotcha.
So with that being said, you'll have to ask for a continuance of tonight so you can, what we call perfect service.
Okay, yeah,
Is that what you'd like to do tonight? You're asking
yeah.
for a continuance?
yes, okay. So how about, so we need to reschedule, right?
Correct.
For the
So we're
hearing.
good. We're gonna do that now.
The board has to grant you that continuance, the rescheduling.
Oh, okay, great, yeah.
The chairman will take it from here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hang on, Ms. Lay, hang on.
Okay, I need a motion to, for
I'll make
continuance.
that motion to continue.
Need a second.
I'll second that.
Okay, Mark,
Yes.
Gerard,
Yes.
Colleen,
Yes.
Jim, yes. Okay, what, next month good for you? or-
Next month, yeah.
Okay, sure.
One question, Bob, how does next month look? We already have 3.
We had 4 as of today, but the deadline's Friday, so I can let you guys know if it gets
So there was
closer.
4, with the 3 that we took off today, so that's 4
Correct.
altogether.
So this will be,
This will be 5.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any representation, Ms. Lee?
No, not today.
Okay. All right, just curious. Okay, so July. All right,
Okay,
we need
okay.
continuance for July. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
And just make sure you have a picture of
The sign.
Yeah,
the
sure,
sign in the
sure.
window.
Okay,
for next
okay,
meeting.
thank you, thank you.
Okay. All right, Bristol LG LLC, 2201 Green Lane, please come on up.
Thank you.
Hey, Bob. Bob, do you have the PowerPoint?
Yeah, take your time. Okay, you may proceed.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rachel Mercurio with the law firm of Musey, Merkins, Daubenberger, and Clark, here representing CDL Driving Academy under Cosabella, doing business as CDL Driving Academy. And they lease from Bristol LG LLC for a property located at 2201 Green Lane. That's an overview map so that everybody can get their bearings. The little red dot right there is where the building is, and if you can see right above the little red dot, there's some green trucks. That's part of their property as well. Is this thing? Next slide, I guess. And this is a street view of the location where the building pictured below is where the office space is leased, and the picture above is where the parking lot area is leased, where the trucks park and where there's testing that occurs. Next. Okay. And we have with us here today Jonathan Marquez from CDL Driving Academy, and he can, if with the permission of the board, if he can come up and testify a bit about the entity.
Hello, Jonathan Marks, Marquez.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that
I do. So I'm the founder of Driving Academy. We started back in 2017 or so in New Jersey, and we opened up our Pennsylvania facility around 2020. And currently it's used as a CDL testing facility, which means we do a lot of the training in our other locations. Since 2017, we've been able to help over 10,000 people get on the road to freedom, like we call it, by getting themselves a CDL license. Our average demographic is anybody making anywhere from like $20,000 to $40,000 a year in their current role, and then they'll invest into their CDL education. We'll help them get their training done, help them pass their test, get their actual truck driver's license, and we also offer lifetime job placement as well. And that's where our mission is to help 1 million people just like that get on the road to freedom with their CDL license. So in Pennsylvania, we opened up our testing site there. So we're an approved third-party tester on this facility itself. We currently just offer testing services, but there's a lot of people in the community that are asking for us to also offer the schooling side as well. And that's one of the main reasons why we're here.
I just have a few questions, if you don't mind. Are we supposed to share the microphone, I guess? Okay. And Mr. Marks, did you lease this property with the intent of using it for CDL Driving Academy training and testing?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you obtain PennDOT approval for this location and for that purpose?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And is PennDOT approval required to permit this type of business across the board?
Yes, it is.
And how long approximately does that permitting process take?
It took me about 2 years to get approved.
And was the township involved in the planning process?
Yeah, I came to the township back in 2020 to get the proper COs.
And did you receive approval for use and occupancy?
Yes, I did.
And based on those approvals, did you incur expenses?
Yes, I did.
And does this entity provide a benefit to the local community?
Yes, so like I said, we train people and we help them. In this facility specifically, we get tested. The goal is to expand, and by expanding into the schooling side, we'll then be able to employ local people from the community as well, and also help the people who are already asking for this service.
Thank you, Jonathan. Does the board have any questions?
Anybody have any questions?
Yes, if you were approved tonight, how soon before you're able to teach there?
We would still have to go through a Board of Ed approval, and in order to get that approval, we have to make sure that this is approved by the town.
Approximately how long?
Assuming that everything goes well tonight, hopefully by November we can get on their board meeting, and then we can start after that.
Okay.
And how many trucks do you guys have? Would you have your own trucks?
Yeah, we have our own trucks, yeah.
Would you have like box trucks and semis?
Just semis. Semis and one bus,
Like,
yeah.
like how many would you probably have on site?
So on site, we're going to keep the same that we have now. I think we have about 5 to 6 at any given time.
Okay.
We're not looking to expand that.
You guys have any other locations in Bristol Township that you use?
No. Yeah. So just to kind of give you a footprint, we've been expanding. We have 3 corporate locations in New Jersey currently. We are looking to expand in Pennsylvania. We have 9 total locations across the country. We became a franchisor about 2.5 years ago, so we're helping other people open up their own truck driving schools and helping them help out their local communities as well.
Thank you, John. Was this the next slide? Okay, great. So as the board may be aware, this is a variance by estoppel request, meaning that CDL Driving Academy, which is under Cosabella in 2020, received approvals, use and occupancy for office truck parking, CDL truck testing, CDL driver training. And in 2025, in February, the application that was submitted was due to an expansion only within the office building. There's no additional footprint of the parking lot area whatsoever. It's solely within the existing building. They had one small section of that office building, and now they have a larger section, which you will see in one of the plan maps. But just for your purposes, so that you could see the comparison, for variance by estoppel, we're not requesting anything beyond what was exactly approved, which is CDL driver training, truck testing, truck parking, and office space. Next slide, please. Thank you. So currently, and I think Jonathan already answered some of these questions, they have about 5 to 6 trucks on the lot at any time. There's no change to the parking lot footprint or use, and their hours of operation will remain the same. Next. Here is a plan of what the 2020 rights were, where they had on the office building, that tiny little red square was the office that they acquired in 2020 and were using, and the parking lot illustrates the entire parking lot area for which they were using as well. And then here is the plan for 2025. And you can see that now they have acquired, via a lease extension, the entire office building area highlighted in green, and there's been no change again to the parking lot area. And here's the floor plan for their 2025 floor plan that expands. Instead of just the upper left corner office, they now have this whole space, and it has the conference rooms, manager's office, and so forth. Any questions so far? Okay, and so for a variance by estoppel, there are 4 factors. First one being a long period of municipal failure to enforce the law when the municipality knew or should have known of the violation in conjunction with some form of active acquiescence in the illegal use. And if you'd like me to read through them, I can, but I have one on each slide. So the factors are met because the Driving Academy received the use and occupancy permit in 2020. And part of the permitting documents, as you'll see on the following slide, is it indicates zoning approval. It's under planned industrial, but the box is checked yes, and that was part of the 2020 approvals. They've never received a violation for any of the use and activities in that location. The use is well known to the community. If you drive past, there's big signs on the side of all the trucks as to what they're doing. They have people in vests out there whenever they're using the facility in the parking lot area. And PennDOT specifically approved this route for the truck driving testing, and that was in conjunction with the township back in 2019-2020. So here is the use and occupancy permit from 2020 that was issued by Richard Wendling from Bristol Township. And then
Just a correction on that. It was issued by Tom Scott. Rich is the BCO, so he signs off.
Oh, my apologies. Tom Scott. Okay, and then the zoning approval says PI, planned industrial, has an X where it's approved, and that was dated initially April of 2020, and then final approval was August of 2020. And for the additional factors, the landowner acted in good faith and relied innocently upon the validity of the use throughout the proceeding. Mr. Marks indicated that he relied upon these approvals since 2020. They entered into a lease extension I think it would have been about 6 months ago. And they're continuing to expand in that space where they occupied. And then number 3 was that the landowner has made substantial expenditures in reliance upon his belief that this was a permitted use. And the build-out cost for security and for testing in 2020 was over $50,000. And that included contractors, security systems, and then with this new lease upgrade, their rent has more than doubled, and so they're anxious as well to continue expanding and being able to provide the community with these services. And factor number 4 is that denial of the variance would impose an unnecessary hardship on the applicant, and they've spent a lot of time and money preparing their business plan, orchestrating this facility. They also extended the lease term, and there's also no detriment to the community by granting this, that they are actually an asset to the community in accordance with the planned industrial portion of your zoning ordinance. It's intended to permit and encourage industrial development, which constitutes harmonious and appropriate part of physical development of the township and contribute to the soundness of the economic base of the township. I think Mr. Marks illustrated that he'll be able to employ people who are local in the township. He's actually had people from the community pop in to ask to see if they could do some training. So it's a very good opportunity for people in the neighborhood to be able to get their CDL license and do their testing locally. In addition, truck terminals and offices in general are permitted uses under planned industrial, so it's a very limited request for this variance by estoppel. Any questions?
Go ahead.
Can we mark, if you don't have pre-marked exhibits, can we mark your PowerPoint as A1 for applicant 1, and then A2 will be the posting and service paperwork you provided?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
How long is the lease for?
The extension is another.
We extended another 5 years.
One more question also, as far as like maintenance of the trucks, tractor trailers, other than like flat tires and bulbs, like everything will be off-site?
That is correct, yeah, no oils changed, nothing like that. Yeah.
Thanks.
Anybody else? You done?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, Colleen.
Do you have an anticipated number of students you'd be training on a daily basis? And what are your hours of operation for training?
Our hours of operation itself will be the same as it is now, 8 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 1, to give people who are working full-time to be able to come in on a part-time basis to improve their lives. And the total number of students, it all depends. The goal is to start off with about 10 students a day, or build up to about 10 students a day for training and then kind of take it from there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Do you employ anybody from Bristol Township now?
I think we have one of our examiners and one of our office person, yeah. Office manager, yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? Bob, anything to add?
Nothing to add further, Jim.
So if the driving academy, they don't renew their lease after 5 years, everything's a wash now. When somebody else another driving academy comes into this building, is that a condition that, or no, it would stay basically the same?
Yeah, it would at that point become a legal nonconformity. Yeah.
All right, just checking. Okay. Audience participation? Anybody? No? Okay. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'll put a motion for it.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Colleen?
Yes.
All right, Mark?
Yes.
Gerard?
Yes.
Yes. Jim McMahon, yes. All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second, please.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it.